Okay, so here are the work solutions for the multiplying fractions worksheet that you had from last week. Multiplying fractions, numerator times numerator gives us our new numerator. So for this one, 1 times 1 is 1, and denominator times denominator gives us our new denominator. 2 times 2 is 4. If we whiz down, 1 times 2 is 2, 3 times 3 is 9, 2 times 3 is 6, 5 times 7, 35, 4 times 5 is 20, and 7 times 9 is 63. None of these fractions can be simplified. In our next section though, okay, so there are two ways we can go about doing these. We can do the same as we did before. 1 times 2 is 2, and 2 times 3 is 6. Both of these have a common factor of 2. They both divide by 2, so we can give that as 1/3. The other way that we could have done it is we could have said, well, a half times 2/3. We've got a factor of 2 on both the top and the bottom, so if we divide both of those by 2, we get 1 and 1. 1 times 1 is 1, 1 times 3 is 3. If we've got big numbers, that's a nicer way of doing it. Okay, so anyway, 3 times 8 is 24, sorry. 4 times 11 is 44. They've both got a common factor of 4, because 4 and 8 will both divide by 4. So 24 divided by 4 is 6, and 44 divided by 4 is 11. 2 times 3 is 6, 9 times 4 is 36. They will both divide by 6, which will give us 1/6. And 1 times 4 is 4, 5 times 12 is 60. They will both divide by 4, which gives us 1/15. And then the final section. For these ones, we need to convert the mixed numbers into improper fractions. So 1 whole is made out of 2 halves, and we already had 1 half. So it's the same as doing 3 halves times 1/3, which gives us 3/6, which is the same as a half. For this one, 2/5, 2 and 2/5, 2 wholes is made out of 10/5 plus the 2/5 we had. So we end up doing 2/3 times 12/5, which gives us 24/15. Now the problem we've got here is that this is an improper fraction. 15 goes into 24 1 whole time, with a remainder of 9, so that's 1 and 9/15, and 9 and 15 will both divide by 3, so we can simplify that to 1 and 3/5. Going to have to change both of these, so 3½ is the same as 7 halves, and 1½ is the same as 3 halves, so we end up with 21/4. 4 goes into 21 5 times, so we end up with 5 wholes and 1 half left over. And 1 and 2/7 is the same as 9/7, and 3 and 1/3 is the same as 10/3. If we multiply those together, we get 90/21. This one's a little tricky. How many times does 21 go into 90? Well, 21, 42, 63, 84. Yeah, that's going to be it, because then we'll go over. So it goes 4 whole times, and then with a remainder of 6. So that's 6/21. 6 and 21 will both divide by 3, so that ends up as 4 and 2/7.